Okay, so I was requested to do a video on when John Cena will leave WWE. Um, and, specifically, I don't know. Nobody really knows. But I think it'll be, sooner rather than later. I think he's over halfway done with his run in WWE, at least permanent run. Now, he'll probably come back after he's retired, or announced his retirement, but I think his main run with WWE will be done in, he's been in the company for 12 years. I think his run in WWE will be done within 12 years. And I'm not saying he's going to be totally done. He might come back for some, a few matches like The Rock did. But, I just see with his body now, he's getting all these injuries, Um, he's gotten some major injuries over the past, 5 years. I think he got that, since '05 or '06, he's gotten, 3 or 4 or 5 injuries, which have kept him out of action. Um, and most people, you don't see them getting, a lot of injuries that'll keep him out for, an elongated period of time. And Cena's, really, like with the triceps, or was that legit or not, I don't know. But he probably had some kind of injury. He had the injury at Hell in the Cell. He said he fucked up his shoulder somehow. I know he got 2 injuries, before, like in around '06, '07, '08. I think he got like 2 major injuries that kept him out like 4 months or something. And he's gotten, a couple of minor injuries. He had the arm problem at, in 2012, I think that was. He couldn't wrestle at Hell in the Cell. And he also got, again, that triceps problem. So, I mean, he's been getting injured a lot. And you could tell the wear and tear it's put on his body. And he's probably done steroids. Let's face the fact, people. He's probably on steroids, which isn't going to help keep him in the company for a long time. He says he wants to, like, wrestle forever, too. Hopefully that's not true. Or maybe it is true, but hopefully it doesn't happen. He wrestles forever. And you could see he's going, to Hollywood. He's shooting movies some more. He was kept off of Raw even one week because he was shooting movies. And I think after he's done with WWE, he may shoot some movies. I mean, look at the major stars in WWE. Like Austin shot some movies. Rox obviously was in fucking Hercules. A lot of them go on to shoot movies. Not saying that they don't come back to WWE for an appearance or anything, but a lot of them go and shoot movies, and I think Cena might do that. I mean, he definitely has a big passion for the business. At least I think that is from what I've seen about him. He's got a pretty big passion for the business. He's very dedicated to the business, and he works hard. Can't really deny that he doesn't work hard. He puts on some really great matches. And I might get attacked for saying that, but he does. Look back at some of the classic matches, memorable matches. A lot of them have Cena in it. So, but, he's getting old. He's like in his mid-30s. If I had to say when he will leave the company, I will say, it's hard to tell, but maybe 6 years, 7 years. Unfortunately, we'll have to put up with Cena for. But I don't know. It might be shorter because they look like they're trying to build Roman Reigns up as like this new big Cena guy. And I hope to fucking God Roman Reigns, please don't be the next John Cena. But maybe Cena will be gone in 2 or 3 years. Who knows? It's hard to even predict it. But and that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Cena's gone, and I'm not hoping for like any major injury or anything. But I don't even fucking. That might be the best thing that might happen. I don't know, but like, I don't see how else Cena would leave the company if he he doesn't get injured, you know? So, yeah, I just don't want to see Cena as the face of the company, that's it. Uh, but then, you got Reigns, it looks like, who's going to take over Cena's spot. I'd rather have Cena than Roman Reigns, actually. Roman Reigns is a piece of shit in the ring. Cena actually puts on some really great matches. He has the 5 moves of doom, yes. But when it's a big fight match, when it's a big match, he usually comes through and puts on a really great match. Or at least a good match or something like that. With the Roman Reigns, he's put on no classics that I can remember. Yes, he's been involved in some 6-man tag matches, which have been some phenomenal matches, like the Shield versus the Wyatts. But he's not put on any, great, phenomenal one-on-one matches. Not even close. So, Cena, I hope he leaves the company soon. I hope he gets dethroned from his face of the company position. Because I think he will soon. Hopefully my 6-year prediction, 7-year prediction is wrong. But, he's showing no signs of really slowing down. Yes, he's gotten injured a few times, but he's come back looking strong and, healthy. He's shown no signs of really slowing down. He's still in pretty good shape and physical condition. So, if everything goes right, he might be in the company for another 10 years. Look at guys like The Undertakers who stayed until they were in their 40s and even still wrestled part-time past then, until his 50s about. So you don't know how some guy's body is going to age, but you figure all that wear and tear that's he's been taking on his body for the past 14 years in WWE and even before then, he can't keep going on forever, He's got to fold sometime. But I think he's going to keep going until he can go no more, because he seems to have a very, very great passion for this business. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, you should have a great passion for this business, but I think he's going to go until he can't go anymore physically. Because, again, he just has that passion. Some people, want to quit before they get their bodies worn out, and I understand that philosophy. You don't want to be limping around and not being able to walk at age 50, then die, at age 60 from, other shit. Wrestling's a very tough business. Most guys, don't even live a full life. It seems like a lot of guys, are limping around, can't even walk right after they get out of the business. So, with Cena, I think he's going to go until he can't go anymore, because he's just so passionate about what he does. And unfortunately, we're going to have to put up Cena, it looks like, for, quite a long time, I think. I don't think it'll be 12 years. I think it'll be shorter than that, but I think he'll be in WWE for, rough estimate, 5 to 10 years. Hopefully it's shorter than that. That's my prediction. It's a rough prediction, 5 to 10 years. So, there you go, people. There's my thoughts on when Cena leaves when he will leave the company. And I'm hoping, please leave the company. Put some guy like Bray Wyatt or Cesaro as the face of the company. Some guy who actually has a decent amount of talent. Cena does have talent, but he's not talented enough to be the face of the company, I don't think. Or at least, give him a better gimmick than this. He's a fucking PG gimmick. Why doesn't he be like some badass guy? Instead, he's a fucking 9-year-old faggot. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on when Cena will leave the company.